Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
So we had a lot of stock that we had to throw away. We lost that income from concession sales.
After a year of missing out on so many fundraising opportunities due to the pandemic, the Music Boosters are back at it again this year, working hard to bring in money for our bands here at Homestead.
Plus, one of Homestead's most popular organizations, DECA, is starting up again this year. You'll learn how to get involved this school year. Those stories and more straight ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Logan Barnhart.
And I'm Luke Gayer. We really do deserve that long weekend.
Yes, we do. It has been a stressful couple of weeks.
Last year, many programs were affected by the pandemic, both in terms of performing as well as raising funds for their programs. But this year, one of those that are back at work raising money for the musical programs here at Homestead are the Music Boosters. And reporter Joel McChesney is in now to bring you a look at how things are going for them this school year.
Like many programs in 2020, the Music Boosters Department was strongly affected by COVID-19. However, many people may not know the Music Boosters Department consistently raised funds to keep costs low for students involved in music arts programs.
Music Boosters was founded in 1970, back when Homestead opened, and they were known as Homestead Junior Senior Music Boosters Club. And it originated with 8 board members, and through the years it has changed and evolved to what it is now as a structure of a 4 board member group with many outreach volunteers helping us raise money to support the performing art programs here at the schools.
Mrs. Nichols says the Music Boosters Department suffered a huge loss of income and struggled to obtain certain amounts of stock during the COVID-19 shutdown.
We have to buy stock for concessions ahead of time and in specific increments to get a discount to. So we had a lot of stock that we had to throw away. We lost that income from concession sales. Luckily, earlier that year, the discount card sales had already gone out and fulfilled and been successful along with the online membership donations. But the end of that year when the shutdown happened, there was an extreme amount of loss.
While many positives such as the online pay option have occurred because of COVID, it has also caused many issues such as untrained staff, supply shortages, and volunteer problems.
We're kind of retraining volunteers because 2 of the groups who left, the upperclassmen, didn't get to put that knowledge down to, or give that knowledge down to the underclassmen that are here now. So they don't know how to run the machines, their parents, and things like that.
One of the best ways to support the music arts programs is to simply show up to their events. Being a paid spectator can provide them with the support and energy they need. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Joel McChesney.
Thank you, Joel. DECA is a well-known organization here at Homestead, and it is starting up again for this school year. To learn more about how to get involved, here's reporter Carly Flanagan.
Distributive Education Clubs of America, also known as DECA, is a worldwide competition and a well-loved club at Homestead. Homestead competes with other schools in Indiana with business events. With COVID-19, DECA was online last year, but this year they are back and better than ever.
DECA is basically like a collection of business competitions that you can compete in, and so they range from like business finance to marketing or like business law. So really anything that's like remotely related to business, it has a competition for it that you can compete in.
There are multiple qualifying competitions you have to place for throughout DECA. Being a business-oriented event, there are multiple categories to enter into.
There's districts, which are just like a qualifying competition, and then the biggest one would be state, which is in Indianapolis. We're there for about 2 days, and you get to compete and also just like hang around Indy a little bit, and so that's the biggest event. And then there, if you qualify, you can go to internationals, which this year will be in Atlanta.
There are many benefits to joining DECA, even if you do not plan to use business as a future career.
In my opinion, the most fun event is ICDC. I got to attend it in my freshman year, and that year it was in Orlando, and it was really special because I got to see my friend from across the country. We got to hang out at Disney World for a week. I got to meet people from across the world who are also into business and interact with adults in the business world.
If you're like really interested in anything related to business, it gives you a lot of like experience, or at least a brief look into what that would really be.
Even if you're not interested in business, it's still a great opportunity to work on your leadership skills and your communication skills. And there's just so many chances to have fun.
If you would like to learn more about DECA and what it's about, go to their call-out meeting on October 20th in the community room. You can email the officers for more information, as well as Mr. McNeil and Mr. Sherrill. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Carly Flanagan.
2 weeks into the wonderful month of October, and the temps are finally cooling down. If you're going to the game this Friday against Southside, make sure to brace yourselves for cooler temperatures towards the latter half of the game. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back later to let you know how the weather will look for Friday's game and the 4-day weekend ahead.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Did you know that 1 out of every 5 students reports being bullied at school? 2 out of every 5 students will be cyberbullied before they graduate high school. 3 out of every 5 students who identify as LGBTQ report being bullied. And 1 out of every 3 students with a disability reports being bullied. Students who experience bullying are at an increased risk for depression, anxiety, sleep difficulties, lower academic achievement, and dropping out of school. If you or someone you know is getting bullied, reach out to a parent, teacher, counselor, or trusted adult. If someone is cyberbullying you, don't respond. Block them and report the cyberbullying to the social media site and a trusted adult. Although national rates of bullying have decreased, there is still work to be done to make sure everyone feels safe at Homestead. Homestead High School's goal is to build a stronger sense of belonging, community, and acceptance of all students, regardless of their differences. If you see something, say something. Let's put an end to bullying at Homestead.
You're watching HHS In Depth with Logan Barnhart and Luke Gayer.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth. Anthis students, please be advised that although Homestead is on fall break on Monday, October 18th, Anthis is still in session. Please plan on attending your program that day like normal.
Interested in giving back to the community? Join Key Club. They meet on Thursdays in the community room after school. Today is the last day to fill out your membership form and pay your dues. Email Mrs. Crawford at the email address seen here for more information.
The ASL Club meets today and each Thursday in room 312 at 2:45 until 3:30. New students are always welcome to attend.
There will be no anime club or K-pop club this week due to parent-teacher conferences.
There are over 75 different clubs here at Homestead, and each one of them requires a club sponsor. One of those clubs, Women in Business, is still looking for one. Reporter Jenna Lane is now in to tell us about the club.
You may have heard about Homestead's Women in Business Club. This extracurricular teaches young women about the business field through experiences with successful entrepreneurs. They have been put on pause for now, but the club participants hope to revive women in business again this year.
Women in Business started in 2015 with Karen Herendine and Meredith Gray, and Mrs. Hershey has been the sponsor ever since, but last year she left, so we've been looking for a new sponsor this year. For a Women in Business sponsor, basically all we'd be looking for is someone who would host the meetings every 2 weeks-ish, either before or after school in their classroom, and then someone who would like to be interested to attend all of the events.
Women in Business looks forward to finding the perfect fit for their new club sponsor and can't wait to get everything kickstarted again this year. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jenna Lane.
Thanks, Jenna. Teachers and staff, if you're interested in helping sponsor this club, email Olivia Tribolette at the email address shown here.
Every year, the Interact Club hosts Purple Pinky Day. Reporter Nada DeHook brings you a story about how and why it takes place.
Next week is World Polio Day. People around the world donate their time, money, and voice to help end polio in countries where it is still spreading. Here in Homestead, the Interact Club is doing their part with their annual event, Purple Pinky Day.
It's Purple Pinky because when the kids get their vaccines, the doctors will dye their pinky purple so they know who's gotten the vaccine yet or not. We're planning on using like washable markers or like purple string so it's easy and nothing permanent.
And every dollar earned in this project is donated towards ending polio.
The funds are going to go to an international polio fund, but what we raise here is going to be doubled by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You can donate however much you want to. To die, you need to do like $1 or more. That's pretty much it. And then for every $1, it's about 3 vaccines.
If you would like to participate in Purple Pinky Day, it will take place next week on Friday, October 22nd, before and after school at doors 2 and 26. Go to the link shown below to donate or learn more information about World Polio Day. For HHS In Depth, I'm Nana DeHook.
Turning to weather now, the Spartans football team closes out the regular season back at home tomorrow night. So what can those of us going out there expect weather-wise?
Michelle Obioma joins us now to tell us that answer.
Thanks, Luke and Logan. For the weather for tomorrow's football game against Southside, expect a slight douse of showers at kickoff. You can look forward to drizzles and a kickoff temperature of 67 degrees, falling down to 60 degrees by the end of the game. Directing our focus to the highly anticipated fall break, tomorrow will bring showers off and on all day with a high of 72, a perfect day to sleep in. We can expect a high of 58 degrees on Saturday as things really cool down as we reach mid-October. On Sunday, temperatures inch up a tad to 63 degrees, and Monday will be the warmest day of the 4-day weekend, with temperatures peaking at 66 degrees. Though things cool down starting in the afternoon on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you can still expect sunny days all day long in the fort. Fall is certainly coming in full swing. Will this weather trend continue on into the rest of the week? I'll be back soon with a glimpse at next week's daily forecast.
All right, thank you, Michelle.
Next in sports, we'll take a look back at this past week from our fall sports teams. Anthony is in next to break down the week in the Locker Report. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Locker Report. I'm Anthony Gary. Last Friday, the football team took care of the Wayne Generals following an 80-minute rain delay. Sports reporter Caleb Wood brings you a recap of the game.
After a thunderstorm delayed the game by over an hour, the Homestead Spartans began their home matchup against the Wayne Generals. And Wayne would get on the board first, getting around the Spartan defense from 11 yards out. They would attempt the 2-point conversion, and it's good, 8-0 Wayne. A little bit later in the first, Spartans are in the red zone. Hand off to sophomore Cam Johnson to run the ball. He gets to the outside and in for the touchdown. PAT is good. Generals up by 1 after 1 quarter. But to put the Spartans ahead, it's Cam Johnson once again with the carry, this time from 6 yards out. Spartans now with the lead 14-8 going into the half. Still some slippery conditions heading into the second half, but Slavin at the 1-yard line keeps the ball and he's in. Touchdown for the Spartans. Wayne scores but misses the 2-point conversion, and Homestead's Cam Johnson runs it in for the touchdown again to widen the point gap. And to round out the fourth quarter, Slavin connects to senior Grady Swing, who gets to the pylon for the only passing score of the game. The Homestead Spartans would come away with the victory, 35-14 over the Wayne Generals.
This week on Postseason Spotlight, we have the boys and girls cross country team who are getting ready to compete in the West Noble Regionals. The girls cross country team is currently on an upward climb, ranked 14th in the state going into regionals, and they have their eyes set on the Carroll Girls Cross Country Dynasty.
Going into regionals, I feel like we're pretty confident because we lost sectionals by 5 points to Carroll, and Carroll's won for over 20 years at sectionals. So our goal would definitely be to just kind of track down that pack and continue closing our gaps.
The girls team has had success over the last few years, making the state meet each out of the last 6. But if they want to do it again, they'll have to take care of the little things.
We are trying to stay healthy. I think when you get to this point in the season, the whole idea is to just do everything that you can to stay healthy, take care of any of the little niggles that you have, and come Saturday, we hope that we have everybody back full force, and that we can make a run for it. Top 5 will get us through to the semi-state, and then top 6 in the semi-state will get us through the state meet, and that's our main goal.
The Lady Spartans are ranked 2nd in their sectional and 3rd in semi-state. This makes them favored to make it to state with a young squad leading the helm. 2 sophomores, Lauren Saddington and Addison Canablo, and a freshman, Lexi Goebel, represent the top 3 for the team. And speaking of young talent, the boys cross-country team has loads of young talent with 5 freshmen on their sectional roster. These young runners have helped the team adapt throughout the season.
We had a great season. We had a few struggles. We lost our number 3 runner from last year, who we were expecting to have. We miss him a lot, Bryson Leffers, but the team's overcome that. And we've seen some great progression as the season's gone along. And they've really started coming together as we've gotten to the postseason now.
And progression has been the story of the season, as the boys team has moved up from their preseason ranking. And you can credit a lot of this to senior number 1 runner Ethan Bates.
Right now, going into regionals, I came off a little bit of a rough race at sectionals, but I'm hoping to come back, have a strong race at regionals, and have us where we need to be to make it to semi-state and then advance to state.
Expectations, we want to win. These guys are hungry. We want to win regionals. We'd love, advance to semi-state, not just advance to semi-state, but we're a quality team. We've seen some great improvement this year. We're looking forward to going to the state finals this year.
And like Coach Wilson just said, the boys team is hungry and competitive, and they are backed by an uncomparable amount of support from their teammates.
We've all had fun, cheering on the guys, making this year the best and the most memorable that we've had since I've been here at Homestead. And, we're just ready to go out there and support and have fun, man.
Both boys and girls have the common goal of making it to state, and with the talent on both teams, it's likely that they both will. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Anthony Gary. There's no team next week for the postseason spotlight. And now switching over to your weekly results, the volleyball team did not compete last week. However, we do have news on volleyball athletes receiving academic All-State. The girls are Emma Mollering, Grace Stedge, Leah Mummert, and Tess Herendine. Congratulations to these girls. The team plays in sectionals on Saturday between the winners of Wayne and New Haven. If they win that game, they'll play in the championship game Saturday night. The cross-country team had a successful sectional, with both finishing in 2nd as a team. On the girls' side, sophomore Addison Canablo finished 1st place. Lauren Saddington, Lexi Goebel, and Elise Peckinpah all finished in the top 10 as well. The girls raced Saturday at the West Noble Regional. On the boys' side, Ethan Bates finished 3rd overall with a time of 16:51. Chase Molden, Aiden Waugh, and Grayson Welch all made their way into the top 25. The boys also compete Saturday at the West Noble Regional. And at the time of this recording, the girls' soccer team has not played number 1 ranked Noblesville in the regional semifinals. Tomorrow, the football team plays Southside at home in their last regular season game. Make sure you get out and support the team. For the Locker Report, I'm Anthony Gary. Make sure you follow the Locker Report on the social media handles below. Have a great 4-day weekend. Michelle will have a final check of the weather when we come back.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Nada DeHook informs us about the upcoming changes to the morning announcements. Catch this story and more next week on HHS In Depth.
The weather this week will be a bit chillier than what we've been getting these past few days. Keep an eye out for storms later today. Then rain sticks around all day tomorrow and part of Saturday. Luckily, after Saturday, there seems to be no chance of rain later on in the week. After the weekend, look forward to brisk temperatures. Throughout the next couple of days, our high temperatures will approach the mid to low 60s, with weather warming up on Monday and Tuesday. We'll experience quite chilly overnight lows, dropping into the low 40s for most of the week. If you're planning to do anything outside past 7, definitely bring a jacket. After Tuesday, the end of next week's temps will drop back down into the low 60s. Better kiss those temps rising up to the 70s goodbye, because it's beginning to feel a lot like fall. Enjoy your 4-day weekend, Spartans. Luke, Logan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Michelle. And thank you for watching today.
Good luck to the football team as they conclude the regular season tomorrow night at home against Southside. Have a great 4-day weekend, Homestead, and we will see you back here again next week.